Salutations, my Fallout lovers. It is Matty here today bringing you a Fallout 4 discussion video. Now, before anything, be sure to check out the link in the description to my previous video. That is another Fallout 4 discussion video on how I personally feel that Bethesda is going to be creating a new engine for what we think is Fallout 4. And so I've had this topic for today stockpiled for a long while, and it was recently re-inspired from a Reddit post. And this Reddit post asked, who else likes the clunkiness and awkwardness of Fallout shooting mechanics? And he said that he really does. And to that, good sir, I responded and say, me too. I really like it. There's just something old school about it. I don't know. It just kind of sends you on a nostalgic trip when you look at it. But that posed the question to me afterwards. Does Fallout 4 really need to upgrade its shooting mechanics? Now, no, Matty, it's a stupid question, man. Of course it does. I mean, it's going to be a brand new game in 2015, hopefully. Yeah, it needs to upgrade shooting mechanics. And to that I say, well, why? And let me explain myself real quickly. Now, obviously, does it need to upgrade shooting mechanics in a wave of other first-person shooters such as Titanfall, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Wolfenstein, all great first-person shooters from terms of mechanics and how well they play. But the answer is obvious there. Yes, you kind of want them to be up there and with the big guns in a way. But in the other side of things, the reason I say no is because I feel like part of what helps Fallout 3 and New Vegas's gameplay be unique is the VAT system, which is where you can go ahead and target various body parts on the people you are deciding to blow to pieces. And I thought to myself, if the shooting mechanics were like Wolfenstein in a new Fallout game, then I wouldn't feel as compelled to use the VATS mechanic because I'd be easily picking off my enemies one by one, where in Fallout 3 or New Vegas, where I could be aiming down my sights at a person like 100 yards from me, and I'd still be easily missing my shots, even though my scope is right on them. I am pulling the trigger at the right time. I could be leading my bullet for all I know. I am right on them. I could still miss them. So instead, I will work up closer to my target, hit VATS, and kind of plan out how I'm going to pick apart some enemies around me. To me personally, that's what makes Fallout's mechanics a lot more unique from any other open world first person shooter set in a post-apocalyptic universe personally. And that's kind of my only argument to things and why I think to myself that Bethesda may be in a bit of a pickle. And this also brings about the question is, perhaps they've added a whole new layer to the Fallout system. It's always been the first, not always, but I'm saying since Bethesda acquired it, it's always been the first-person shooter, then VATS. I wonder if there's going to be another type of mechanic that we can add to the game to make the first-person shooting a little bit more diverse than it already is, where if it were to upgrade shooting mechanics to something along the level of Wolfenstein, where aiming down sights and precision were actually a big part of the game, instead of always just working up close and using VATS, then I wonder what that new mechanic could be. But I just wanted to go ahead, toss my idea out there because I feel it's a bit different from what everyone else thinks. Because when you think about, new game, you think of everything being updated and looking better just naturally. But then I thought to myself, but that might, in a way, it could possibly hurt Fallout because VATS is such a huge part of it, and I feel is what separates it from the pack when you look at gameplay. So I want to get your thoughts on this. Let's hear what you guys have. This is a very important topic that we need to discuss because I don't know, I'm a bit lost on the thing. I'm too undecided, and I need your help. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Other than that, stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.